What's up, guys? I'm so excited. Today is the first official episode of, drumroll please, Girl Talk Sports Talk. So, I'm Mikayla.
I'm Melina,
Um,
and we are going to talk all things sports talk and girl talk. And this is a new series that we're doing podcast wise to invite y'all into the girl talk, sports talk world.
because sports are for women too.
Yes,
And
yes, yes,
the
yes.
idea that this podcast came to us because, first and foremost, we are both women in sports, the sports industry. So we are not we're a minority in the sports industry, but we both love sports.
We love.
So we were actually running an errand for the team that we work for, and we're like, oh, this would be so cool if we had a podcast. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
It has. And so one of the things is the reason that girl talk and sports talk came to be was because of the amazing Corpus Christi Tritons,
Whoop, whoop,
who
whoop.
are Corpus's now going to be second season indoor arena football team. Not champions. We did go to the championship, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But the Corpus Christi Tritons, I am the public relations and marketing manager for them. And Mikayla, I'll let her tell her about herself, but she came in right at the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
Is that about right?
Seven months ago.
7 months ago,
Yeah.
and she was going to be my hype
Um,
girl. She was going to be my girl that helped hype, and boy, did we bring some hype to the Tritons.
yeah, so I came in with the Tritons about 7 months ago. I was originally hired to be Melina's, hype person, secondhand person when it comes to like events and everything. And it just kind of escalated, and now I am their game day operations person. I help run some of the social media accounts, and I basically just help kind of wherever I'm needed.
You tie all the loose ends when I'm losing my mind and everybody else is losing their mind. And
Yep.
so we are there is a if you're just listening to us, don't know us. Um Michaela's old enough to be my daughter. She's young enough to be my daughter, and I'm old enough to be her mother. Not old enough to be her grandmother, but I am old enough to be her mother. So there is a huge age gap between us, but we
Mhm.
click well
We do.
until we're both hangry. I'm just going to
And then
be,
it's all bets
it's
off
game
and we
on.
get snippy.
Everybody, gloves on, no holds barred to whoever gets the food first. That's kind of just the
Mm-hmm.
way it is.
No.
So
Yeah.
I am going to, Michaela is in charge of game day operations for the Corpus Christi Tritons.
That's
So
me.
this brainchild of the podcast, I knew that the best partner to be would be with Michaela, and so she is going to kind of guide us. And I'm going. She's, I guess they would call that Michaela the producer on a radio show,
Yeah.
right? Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but the
Producer,
equivalent
host, guest,
host, yeah,
a little bit of
yeah. So
everything.
okay, so what's our topic today? What are we talking about on our very
Okay.
first Girl Talk Sports Talk?
So super excited, because it's like the pinnacle of sports. It is the 2024 Summer Olympics that are currently being held in Paris, France this year. So super
Oh,
excited. We figured, what better way to kick off this sports podcast than with the 2024 Olympics?
I love the Olympics. I absolutely have grown up watching the Olympics from a child. I'm showing my age if you're listening. I had the Dorothy Hamill haircut on ice skates. I had the Mary Lou Retton gymnastics haircut. I've I love the Olympics. I love what it symbolizes with the chaos in the world that we're going through. Like I feel like, and of course we're if you're listening, you know that the world is kind of crazy right now, but I feel like the Olympics always brings um, a sense of unity and
Yeah.
healthy competition. I'm not going to
Oh yeah.
always say that it comes out the way we want it, but
But I mean,
it's,
that's every sports game.
yeah. Yeah, I don't yell at the TV as much though as I do in football. I'll be honest, I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I am the worst person to watch like hockey, soccer with in like a living room because I will be yelling at my
uh
TV.
Yeah,
It's the
see, it's
worst.
not worth all of that. Now, football, yes, but some of the others like track and all of those, I do like them. Ice skating,
Mm.
gymnastics. I love the gymnastics. I love that. Not that I could
It is
ever
really
do that.
cool.
It's very cool to watch. So opening ceremonies. What do we know about
Yeah,
that?
so that's what I was gonna ask you. You told me some really interesting things about the opening ceremony that's gonna happen tomorrow, Friday, the 26th at
6
8,
p.m.
6 I was gonna
Is
say
that right?
8 p.m. I don't know. Let's see. I want to say
Check your local listings if you're listening to this as to what time the Olympics start in your neck of the woods.
so yeah, so Melina, what is going on with the ceremony, the opening ceremony? Because you told me something really interesting.
Number one, Snoop Dogg, y'all. Snoop Dogg. You know, I love Snoop Dogg. And one of the well, there's a few reasons I love Snoop Dogg. Number one, he's a G. Number two, he's from Cali. Number three, he's my age. We are the exact same age. I am the exact same age as Snoop Dogg. I just don't know how to crip walk. But I'm so excited because he's carrying the flag, and I really, 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 really hope
Is he carrying the flag or the torch?
the torch. I'm sorry. I
Okay, I
really
was like,
hope
wait,
that he crip walks with it. Would that not be the coolest thing
that
ever?
would. And it's like almost like a 50-50, like, yes, I can see him doing
I
it, but
want
also
to. Maybe
like,
I'll tweet him tonight or IG him tonight saying please crip walk, and see if he does it. Would that not make
wait,
us viral in a heartbeat?
we just appreciate the fact that you said I'll IG him. Do you
Yep.
mean DM him on
No, I'll
Instagram?
go to Instagram, post a picture, and
DM.
tell him to. No, I won't send a message. I'll post it on IG. I will post a pic. I will IG him. Yes, there is our age difference. There it shows. Just
I'm
saying.
cracking up.
Okay, so tell
Um,
me about. Oh, and you know who else is carrying it? LeBron.
I thought wait, I thought it was someone else. I thought it was a different basketball player.
Ooh, I
I
don't
could have
think
sworn. God, this is gonna show how horrible Curry.
Stephon Curry
Yeah,
is
I could
carrying.
have
Okay, well
sworn
then what's his name? Then LeBron is carrying a flag.
it's possible, but I
Yeah,
swear on TikTok there was I just kind of went past them because
isn't that
I'm not a
sad?
fan of either of
I mean,
them.
it's great that we have that access, but
Yeah,
it's crazy.
but
So I want to know, and it's killing me. What is the Paris poop protest?
okay. So this is actually really, really interesting. From like, and then just so people know my background, I come from a news background. I majored in communication, but I did like a minor in digital journalism. So I worked for newspapers, and my one of my best friends was a producer, and so the news like surrounding the Olympics was great, and it got so interesting. So apparently the people in Paris were threatening to poop in the Seine prior to the mayor, who's Mayor Anne Hidalgo, swimming in it to protest the actual Olympics. Because basically, maybe a past century, it's kind of been closed down for people swimming in it. So previously, if you lived in Paris or France or you went, you could swim in the Seine. It was like a whole like thing. Kind of like how we have like the river here in Texas, like the Concan River and the Frio River. People went and swam. Now, because it's so disgusting and there's a whole bunch of sewer water that's like been let go into it, it's not clean anymore. So they had this whole like clean the river prerogative that the government did leading up to the Paris Olympics because they want their open body swimming competitions to happen in the Seine. So obviously they weren't going to let people swim in, poop water. So they
Why? We do it in Corpus all the time when we go to North Padre Island or Port Aransas. Let's just
Okay,
keep it
but this is
real.
this is Corpus. This isn't Paris, France in the
Well,
2024
true.
Olympics.
God, can you
There's not
imagine?
millions of eyes on us.
Right. What can you imagine? And your husband or your boyfriend or your significant
Swimming.
other takes you over to Paris to the Olympics and there's poop everywhere. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
So I don't know if people actually pooped in the Seine, but the mayor did end up proving that it was safe to swim and swam in the Seine prior to like this week. I think it was this past weekend. She actually proved that you can swim in the Seine. But basically people were pissed off that, it's because of this whole oh my goodness, I just went blank on the word. Basically they're doing it for publicity. Publicity act, basically.
mm,
To clean up
well,
the Seine. So
I
yeah,
mean, I'm
so
just saying, no news. I mean, no, what is it they say? Any publicity is better than no publicity or something like that.
bad publicity is the same as good publicity, basically. It's being talked
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Pretty
so
much.
that's the Paris poop protest.
That's a
Um,
little. Mm.
yeah. So moving away from poop and Snoop Dogg, you told
No,
me
Snoop Dogg, talking about Snoop Dogg, let's go back to that. So,
Melina's just really
the,
excited about Snoop Dogg.
I am, but the thing is what I'm more excited about is this year, for the first time ever, they are having break dancing competition.
That just
So,
blows my
to,
mind.
which is crazy when you think about it, because literally people, instead of training on the mat for gymnastics or
Hmm.
swimming in the pool for the laps, they are literally busting a move all day every day to train to get a medal. And so what's crazy is, the Olympics, it's a 2024 Paris Olympics, first time ever, and breakdancing actually started in the early 70s in the Bronx, and it was part of the hip hop
Bronx.
culture. Breakdancing combines elements of dance, acrobatics, gymnastics. So it encompasses all that. And what's crazy is they decided to allow it in back on December 7th, 2020, which is now the 4 years later, is the Olympics themselves, during a meeting held in Switzerland. And it was created or brought to the table because a broader initiative to appeal to younger audiences.
Yeah.
Now, I know that they're thinking of people younger than me, but breakdancing was like my thing back in the 80s. Like that was.
Wait, you used to bust a move?
Girl, if you only knew, y'all would not, y'all have no idea how cool I could have been. But not today, because that would hurt. We would need some icy hot for a few days and
Hmm.
all of the things. Um, so the schedule, I mean, I think they're doing still the preliminaries and all that, like they announced who's going. So the countries that are going to be involved, this is crazy. United States, France, Japan, South Korea,
Ooh.
Russia, Brazil, China, Germany, and the United Kingdom. So this is what's crazy. There is two categories, men's solo and women's solo. So they're not even busting moves with their friends. They're just busting moves
It's
by
just
themselves. Like
straight
it's
up solo.
solo. The athletes were qualifying for the Olympics through a series of competitions internationally. And they actually had the World Dance Sport Federation. I didn't even know they had that. So I
Me
guess they
neither.
would, though, with all these different dancing things. I don't know why I wouldn't have thought about that, but they're going to do that. And then also the judging. Let me tell you about the
Hmm.
judging. This is crazy. So it will be judged based on this set of criteria only. It's technical skill, execution of complex moves and combinations. So that's like being on their back and jumping to their feet and throwing it down and spinning around. Creativity. How creative are their dance moves and how innovative are they? Their style. Oh, y'all don't even know. I would be shaking my hips and head and waving my hands in the air like I just don't care. Um, Musicality, the ability to dance in sync with the music. Now, I have a question for you. This is a girl talk part of it. Did you ever
Hmm.
take dancing lessons?
So I did like a month of dance my freshman year of high school before I joined soccer again. So I'm gonna go with like no.
No. Okay. So Melina took dance from the time I was 7 till the time I was 14, 15 years old. I took dance classes, tap, toe, jazz, and ballet. Yes, there's
Wait.
girls. Yeah, toe. Do you know what a toe shoe looks like? Wood on the bottom and straight up on your toes. Oh, yeah, I did all that. But the reason I'm bringing
Mm-mm.
that up is the musicality. You have to know numbers. You count by eights. So it
Yeah, I knew that
all,
much.
yeah. And so that's going to be hard in itself to be, because if they throw, just like in skating or just like in gymnastics, if they throw one beat off, it's going to be off.
Yeah, it throws
Yeah.
you out.
And then their overall performance, the presentation, the impact. It's a huge, I'm super excited about it. I know a lot of people don't even know about it yet, but we do have, I can't remember the lady's name, but we do have a US woman that is representing us. In the breakdancing. And I thought that was pretty cool. I really do think it's cool. Some people would think it's like, oh my God, really? They'll add anything. But you got to think about it. They did it because they wanted to make sure that they could appeal to the younger audience. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I said, I don't know like if my grandkids are going to want to watch it, they're really young, or if like
Mm-hmm.
teenagers are going to watch it, but I know that they're going to get people like me that and Snoop Dogg to be watching some
Yeah.
breakdancing competition.
Yeah.
Okay, Sunny Choi is our female breakdancer representing the US. Sunny
Whoop, whoop.
Choi.
That's
So,
awesome.
okay, what's
Um,
next? What's next?
so I just want to make a note of this because I think it's cool. First of all, they have a surfing competition. Like they have surfing as part of the Olympics. They're
Mhm.
not in Paris. They're in Tahiti. Like what gorgeous place. Not only that is the athletes are staying on a cruise ship instead of like the Olympic Village. They're staying on a cruise ship. Although Team USA did rent a house for their athletes, but beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm jealous.
How do we get that gig? How do we get
Right?
out on the
Literally.
gig? Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out.
Literally.
Okay, now let's talk about your favorite, one of your
Oh my
favorite
God.
parts of it,
Um,
the
I'm
goodie
a
bags.
the goodie bags. Ugh, I'm a sucker for a goodie bag all day long. The athletes' gear, which obviously it's not a goodie bag, it's like what they wear to compete in, but they get like three or four bags, like not just like shopping bags. Like it is like a Nike suitcase, a Nike duffel, like a New Balance duffel. Like they're big, big bags stuffed to the brim with
How
like
do we get that gig?
we have to be an athlete.
Mm. I know how
But
to,
it is
I
like
deal with athletes. Is that good? I deal with athletes.
I don't know, but like they get like new leggings, shirts, jackets, slides. I was like, dang. And I've just been seeing it all over my TikTok. Every time it comes up, every single country, I'm just rewatching because they're just so cool. And I'm jealous, but they deserve that because they're complete competing on like a national, international high level. So you know what? The hours they probably have put into their sport, you go. But
Tahiti, man. Oh, I'm going to the Olympics. I'm going to Tahiti.
no, literally.
Okay,
Um,
so I know we only have a couple of minutes.
hmm
So, a couple things. Just so, what I have to throw Simone
Simone
Biles out
Biles.
there.
Yes.
She's returning for her third Olympic Games. She is the absolute most decorated gymnast of all time.
That's so stinking cool.
Going into the Olympics, going into it, 37 world and Olympic medals. 37.
That's insane.
37.
That is
We got
crazy.
rowing, we've got rugby. They do have skateboarding now. I don't know if you know that. They got skateboarding,
Hmm.
obviously soccer, which today
The US women won the first game against Zimbabwe, and they won, I want to say, I had the score and now I've lost it. Um, which is also weird that they started the sports prior to the opening ceremony, but I'm not mad about
I
it.
think it's because there's so much going on that they kind of have to do the. But tomorrow night is when you watch it. You watch it for all
Yeah.
the gala of it, the
Yep.
history. Oh my god! And I just got to watch Snoop. I mean, I just got to watch
You just have
Snoop.
to watch it. US beat Zimbabwe 3-0. So I'm gonna
Now,
have to
do
go
we have any? Are there any names on that soccer team that we would know?
that you would know. Oh yeah. So there are some actually really common ones that played in like the FIFA Women's World Cup, which I watch all the stinking time. But like Trinity Rodman, who's a great player, Mallory Swanson, um I want to say Sophia Smith, also real common. Um there's some other players. I will say um Alex Morgan, who is a pretty common, well-known player, is not playing with the Olympics, which is really
Wasn't Mia
heartbreaking.
Hamm with them? Wasn't Mia
Me,
Hamm? She was
Mia
a soccer.
Hamm, she was a soccer player. She's
That,
retired, has been
yeah,
retired
no,
for
no,
several
no,
years
no.
now.
I just want to make sure I had it with the right sport.
Yes, yes, she was a soccer player. And then Rose Lavelle is also a pretty common name, but super excited. They're gonna hopefully kick butt. They have a new coach, Emma Hayes, who I'm excited about, but also really nervous because we didn't do too hot in the FIFA Women's World Cup, and that's why they fired. He had this weird last name, and this is coming from me. um,
Oh yeah.
but so
I
it'll be
still don't know
exciting
how
to
to
see them.
pronounce it. It's been seven
It's
months. I still
it's
don't. I just
fine.
Michaela O. That's what it is.
Literally,
Michaela
that's
O.
fine. That's fine. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the men's soccer, which is always just funny to watch because I think they play okay, they play good, but they make a show out of it. The women's
Yeah.
soccer team, the women's soccer teams
They go
play to
in for the guts
play.
and the yeah, they go in
Yeah,
for the guts of it. Track and
but yeah.
field, I do love me some track and field. I'm not gonna lie. I love maybe because I don't run, I walk, but to see these ladies and how fast they are, do you know? I mean, we all say we can't have everything in the world, but if I could run as fast as these girls, I would, you couldn't tell me nothing because I would pop off at the mouth and then just run off real
And
quick.
dip. Yeah, no, that's crazy. And like the jumps, they're not hurdle, like going over a hurdle.
I have problems climbing up steps sometimes, and that's right in front of me, much less trying to
That's a
flip a
mood.
hurdle. And then like even like women's rugby, dude, if you think about that, like
Yeah.
that's some stuff.
Yeah.
That's some real stuff. Rowing,
They
that's
have
they got
hockey,
they
but
probably have some beautiful arms. I ain't gonna lie. Those
oh
rowing girls,
yeah.
they probably got beautiful, beautiful arms.
Oh yeah.
Shooting. That's probably one I would love to compete in. I'd probably miss, but
But it'd
uh,
be so much fun.
but it would be so much fun. And they have like air rifle, small bore rifle, air
Yeah.
pistol, sport pistol, all the things, dude.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to episode 1 of Girl Talk Sports Talk. We are here for the long haul and we cannot wait to continue to talk all things sports and girl stuff with you listeners. So, this is Mikayla.
And if you like the podcast, share it. If you don't like the podcast, share it. But if you don't like the podcast, reach out to us. Let's talk about it. Give us some ideas. Maybe you have a favorite person that you want them to come on and talk sports with us. We would love that. This is Melina. I want to thank the Tritons for believing in us. I want to thank the people that the other females in the world that love sports like us and that support us and stand behind us. So, with that, we will see y'all again.
And remember, sports are for girls too.